Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from tutorial 2, group 3. And today we will be presenting to you about chapter 11, which is motivating and also rewarding employees. So I will start with our team. The first one we have Edwin bin Ansago. Second one we have Akmal Fikri Afransha bin Mujiono. And also we have Wang Yihan. Next up, we have myself, Faris Aiman bin Muhammad Shukri. Then we have Zong Zeli and also Aijawa. So lastly, we have Muhammad Nabil Harid, Muhammad Mirza Mukris bin Basri, and also Gunar Arkana Satri. So we will be discussing about our first question, which is question 11. So the first question is, most of us have to work for a living, and a job is a central part of our lives. So why do managers have to worry so much about employee motivation issue? So the reasons managers have to worry so much about employee motivation issue is because without it, companies will experience reduce in productivity, lower levels of output, and it's likely that the company will fall short of reaching important goals too. So the first thing is diminished productivity. Managers who ignore motivational issues face greater challenges during tough economic times. Divert workers from satisfying an employer's production goals. Workers should know who's getting laid off, whether additional cuts are coming, and what resources are available to those who lose their jobs. Otherwise, you will unintentionally compound the situation by allowing the continual spread of rumors, speculation, and also misinformation. The second thing is poor performance. Attempts to ensure loyalty through bonuses are or similar financial incentive often backfire on companies who don't consider all the implications. At a certain point, monetary rewards feel coercive for employees who don't trust a company's leadership anymore. The resulting scramble makes it difficult, if not impossible, for managers to promote a company's core values. The third one is lack of ethics. Such lack of emotional engagement carries serious consequences in highly stressful jobs like police work. Attendance also grows spottier as the abuse of sick time escalates. Essentials thus pile up, unresolved, diminishing public confidence in the agency. And also private sector companies will experience equally negative cycles of declining productivity, particularly during difficult economic situations when employees are most likely to question their future in that company. Then I will pass to the next presenter.
So we proceed to the question 11.2, which is what is motivation, and explain the three key elements of motivation. The motivation? Motivation is the process by which a person's effort are energized, directed, and sustained towards attaining a goal. So we proceed to the three key elements of motivation: activation, intensity, and persistence. For the activation is a refer to as direction is the process of deciding to take action toward a larger objective. For an example, how such goals include learning to code in order to change career or saving money in order to retire early. So for the second one is intensity. What is intensity? Intensity is a level of desire and expertise. Intensity is the amount of effort and dedication put forth to pursue a reward. I will take example for the people with the high intensity have a strong desire for something and will make effective use their time, energy, or resources to obtain it. And the last one is I want to explain about the persistent. What is persistent? Persistent is the capacity to stay on course in the face of difficulty or setback and to sustain the necessary action and necessary intensity over an extended period of time in order to attain your goals.
So for question 11 and 3, contrast the lower order and higher order needs in Maslow's need hierarchy. Okay, so for your information, Maslow's hierarchy of needs proposed by Abraham Maslow in 1943 provides a compelling framework for understanding the needs that drive human behavior. So my focus today will be on contrasting the lower order needs with the higher order needs within this hierarchy. So before that, I'm going to tell you about Maslow hierarchy. It is often depicted as a pyramid consisting of five levels, each representing different categories of needs, from the most basic and fundamental to the most complex and sophisticated. So these levels are arranged in a specific order. So let's explore these needs in greater detail, and starting with the lower order needs. Okay, so at the base of the pyramid, we find physiological needs. These are the most foundational and essential need for human survival. For example, like food, water, air, shelter, and sleep. So without these basic necessities, our bodies cannot function properly. So imagine trying to focus on your goals or forming meaningful relationship while being deprived of food or sleep. It would be nearly impossible. So once physiological needs are satisfied, the next level we come to is safety needs. So these needs encompass physical safety, economic security, and overall stability. So safety needs include protection from harm, financial stability, and also health security. So when we feel unsafe or threatened, it becomes challenging to concentrate on anything beyond ensuring our immediate security. So as we ascend the pyramid, we enter the realm of higher order needs. So the needs is more complex and pertain to physiological and also emotional growth. So the third level is love and belonging needs. So at this stage, human beings seek emotional connections and relationships. This includes friendships, family bonds, romantic relationships, and sense of community. So, feeling loved and accepted by others is crucial for emotional well-being and also driving force behind social interactions. Next, we have esteem needs. This level is divided into two categories. The first one is self-esteem, and the second one is esteem gained from others. So, self-esteem involves confidence, independence, and a sense of accomplishments, while esteem from others includes recognition, respect, and also social status. So, meeting these needs fosters a positive self-image and also sense of worth. And finally, at the pinnacle of the pyramid, we encounter self-actualization needs. This represents the desire to realize one's full potential and become the best version of oneself. Self-actualization involves personal growth, creativity, and achieving personal goals. So it is the pursuit of one's passions and the fulfillment of one's highest capabilities. Okay, so let's highlight the contrast of these two categories. So the first one is basic versus complex. So lower order needs are fundamental for basic survival and security. So in contrast, higher order needs are more complex and relate to physiological and personal development. So the second one is immediate versus long term. So lower order needs require immediate attention, such as the need for food or safety. So and higher order needs, on the other hand, focus on long term personal and social growth. The last one is deficiency versus growth needs. The lower order needs are deficiency needs, meaning their absence causes unpleasant feelings and must be fulfilled first. Higher order needs, meanwhile, growth needs driven by a desire for personal growth and fulfillment.
So I will going to talk about question 11 for what role would the money play in the hierarchy of leads? Their role to factory, their role equity, their role expectancy, their role and motivating employee with a hierarchy. So first, I'm going to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs outlines five basic human needs: physiological, safety, social esteem, and self-actualization. Physiological needs include food, water, and shelter. Money motivates people at this level as it's essential for meeting these basic needs. Safety needs involve security from physical and mental harm. Money provides financial security, making it a driving force at this level. Social needs revolve around the belonging and acceptance, while money can facilitate social experience. It's not the primary motivator at this level. Estimate needs encompass self-worth and recognitions. Money contributes to self-respect and acknowledgement from others, driving motivation here. Self-actualization involves person growth and fulfillment, while money doesn't directly measure self-worth. It can symbolize achievement and competence influencing motivation. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the factory theory. Intrinsic variables are linked to job satisfaction and motivation, whereas external factors are linked to job discount according to this idea. Money, according this notion, is an innate motivator for employees to accomplish their jobs. Thirdly, the equality theory. According to the equality hypothesis, a person will be motivated to achieve a goal if the amount of effort put in input is equal to the quantity of reward obtained upon completion outcomes. In this idea, money impacts one's motivations. If the employee feels the amount of the effort they put in is worth the income they are receiving. Finally, I'm going to talk about motivating high-net employee. Employees with a high need aspire to accomplish and excited in respect to a set of criteria. Money may not be able to drive such a person since their motivations originates from an inside desire to success no matter what. But money may be used to as a reward for their outstanding work and accomplishments.
For question number 5, what are some of the possible consequences of employees perceiving an inequity between their input and outcomes and those of others? From equity theory, we can know that an employee compares his or her job's input to outcome ratio with that of relevant others and then corrects any inequity. When the inequities occur between their inputs and outcomes and those of others, employees may think that their work is under-rewarded or over-rewarded. First, they may have lower or higher motivation for their job, and the same with productivity. Second, the quality of employees' work may improve or reduce, and at the same time, they will experience mixed feelings and emotions such as disappointment or anger when their work is underrated, which may also lead to increased absenteeism. Last, employees may privately seek for other job offers, allowing them to have the equal input and outcome of their work.
Okay, so now we will discuss the summary for case application 1, titled One for the Money on the topic of the real living wage. This case sheds light on the crucial topic of wage standards in the United Kingdom. Okay, so let's start with a bit of history. In 1999, the UK took a pivotal step by introducing the national minimum wage. This legislation mandated a minimum hourly wage that employers had to pay, irrespective of the size of their organization. Notably, this rate has been reviewed and increased annually by an independent body to ensure it keeps up with the cost of living. So, moving forward, in 2001, a campaign for a living wage was launched. The aim was clear and compelling: to ensure wages were high enough for workers to meet their living costs rather than merely hitting the government set minimum. This campaign garnered significant cross play support and banking over the years. In 2016, building on this momentum, the government introduced the national living wage for workers over 25. This was a substantial step forward, ensuring that more workers receive fair compensation for their labor. Companies that failed to comply faced legal investigations and in some cases prosecution. A key player in this movement has been the Living Wage Foundation. They have been instrumental in persuading organizations to adopt the living wage, ensuring employees can afford a decent standard of living, including essentials such as healthier food. So by January 2019, over 4,700 employees were accredited as living wage employers. This includes major corporations such as IKEA UK, which implemented the real living wage in April 2016 for 7,300 workers. IKEA's HR manager noted that this increase not only aligned with the company's plans for growth, but also significantly boosted employee motivation and reduced staff turnover. Another noteworthy example is Chelsea FC, which is the famous football club in the Premier League. And it became the first Premiership football club to sign up for the living wage in 2014. Chairman Bruce Buck emphasized that this commitment was a fair reward for the hard work and dedication of the staff. Research conducted by the Living Wage Foundation supports the decision to adopt the living wage. They surveyed over 800 accredited businesses and found that more than half had seen improvements in recruitments and retention. For instance, Brewdog, a manufacturer and retailer of craft beer, saw staff turnover fall by 40% after adopting the living wage. Moreover, 86% of businesses reported that paying the real living wage had enhanced their organization's reputation. So, in conclusion, the introduction of the living wage has had a profound and positive impact on both employees and businesses. It has not only improved the standard of living for many workers, but has also proven to be beneficial for organization in terms of employee satisfaction and reputation. Thank you.
For case study 1, question 11, does this case support the myth at the beginning of this chapter? So first, the myth at the beginning of this chapter says that maybe the greatest fallacy about motivation is that everyone is motivated by money. The secret to being an effective motivator is understanding each individual's unique needs. First, the impact of salary increased on employee motivation and retention. From the case, we can see that Brewdog saw a 40% drop in employee turnover in the year after introducing the living wage. This shows that while wages are important, it's not just about money, it's also about the employee's affirmation of self-worth, making them feel their work paid off as their hard work and dedication were rewarded fairly. Second, after introducing the living wage, employees were reported to have said the changes in their lives would be quite significant, allowing them to apply for mortgages, pay their bills, and simply enjoy life more. This suggests that wage increase is not only about more money, but improve employees' living standards and happiness. Last, the case showed that 86% of companies believe that the decision to pay a real living wage improves the reputation of the organization. This shows that companies have important influence on employees and the public in areas other than wage policy, such as social responsibility and employee benefits, further supporting the view that money is not the only motivating factor.
Do you think that the reported increase in motivation has to do with something apart from just the actual money? Increasing employee wages can indeed boost motivations, but it's not just about the money. Here's why. Recognition and respect. High wages shows employees their workers is valued, fostering moral. Secondly, a sense of fairness, equitable pay for effort strengthens motivations and commitment. Improved financial stability allowing which is reducing financial stress, allowing focus on work and growth. So enhance company culture. Positive culture is a fair which is policies cultivate a respectful and engaged workforce. Long-term commitment long-term commitment valued employees are more likely to stay loyal, reducing turnover, impact on well-being. Health impact. Financial security promotes better physical and mental well-being, enhance productive. In summary, where higher wages as are a factor fostering motivations involves broader aspects like culture, fairness, and well-being.
Of course, the answer is no. And to this question, which is that the benefits experienced by the organizations that choose to pay more than the minimum wage may not necessarily be replicated if middle or higher wage rates were increased. And I'm gonna explain why. Firstly, I'm gonna explain the questions from the perspective of the workers. It's like the two blue ones on the top of the slides. The targeted impact on the competitive advantages. I think most of you are aware of that. The living wage is specifically aimed at ensuring that workers can afford a decent standards of living. So, by focusing on lower wage brackets, it directly addresses issues of poverty and financial insecurity among workers. However, increasing middle or higher wage rates might not have the same targeted impacts on improving living standards for those most in need. And for the second point, it's like the same. In your daily life, paying a living wage can give organizations a competitive advantage by attracting the retaining talents, enhancing employees' productivity, and improving public perceptions. Like middle or higher wage rates may not offer the same differentiation in the marketplace or contributes as directly to employers' branding and some reputations like the same. Also, there's one point need to be mentioned is that the cost considerations, like increasing middle or higher wage rates across the board, will incur significantly higher costs for organizations compared to focusing on just the lower wage brackets. And there's two things like social responsibility and retention motivation. These two are also important.
Question 11-14. Do you see any long-term issues with this increase in wage levels? So there are probably might be three long-term issues. That the first one is potential for increased prices and inflation. The second one is operational cost and profitability, and the last one is labor market dynamic.
Okay, so now we will be moving on to the summary of case application 2, titled Unlimited Vacation Time. Really? On the topic of motivating professionals expectancy theory. Let's begin by understanding the concept of unlimited vacation time. Several companies, including Netflix, LinkedIn, Virgin America, Twitter, Birchbox, offer their employees as much paid time off as they desire. However, it's important to note that only 1 to 2% of companies provide this option, as reported by the Society for Human Resource Management. Technology has played a significant role in shaping this trend. It often creates the impression that employees must always be available, even during vacations. As a result, many employees don't take the standard of 2 weeks of vacation time. In fact, a recent survey of over 7,000 workers revealed that while the average American employee earned 22.6 days of vacation in 2017, they use only 16.8 days. So, why have some companies chosen to offer unlimited vacation time? One reason is that they believe it helps reduce stress and improve the work life balance for employees who feel overworked and under pressure from deadlines and unexpected crises. However, even when unlimited time is offered, employees are often hesitant to take advantage of it. They worry it might send a wrong message to their bosses, especially if their superiors aren't taking time off themselves. Another reason companies offer unlimited vacation time is to attract talented professionals, especially in competitive job markets. Kronos, a Massachusetts based workplace management software company, used this strategy to attract highly educated professionals in a tight labor market. However, the implementation of unlimited vacation policies isn't without challenges. Managers at Kronos expressed concerns about the potential for excessive time off and the need to mediate scheduling conflicts. To address these concerns, Kronos provided individual training and coaching for managers, reassuring them of HR support. Employees also raised concerns, particularly those who had accrued significant vacation time and expected a cash reimbursement when they leave the company. To address this, Kronos executives decided to reinvest vacation accrual savings into other employee benefits, such as maternity leave, a better 401k match, a childcare assistance program, and a contribution towards student loan. Finally, the potential for inequity was another concern. Employees who had been with the company for years felt it was unfair for new employees to take as much vacation time as they wanted. Kronos tackled this by holding individual conversations with employees to address their concerns. So, in conclusion, like any organizational change that impacts employees, it's crucial for managers and companies to carefully plan and communicate effectively when moving to an open vacation policy to mitigate any negative impacts and ensure its success.
So right now we on question 11:15, which is what are the pros and cons of unlimited vacation policies for both employees and for organizations. So first and foremost, the things that I want to explain it about the pros for employees and for organization. So we move to the pros for employees. The first one is about the flexibility. No matter how many vacation days they have, employees are free to plan their time off as they see fit without being constrained by a fixed number. The second one is a reduced stress. We know unlimited vacation policy can alleviate stress by allowing employees to take breaks when needed, leading to improved work-life balance and overall well-being. And the second one is about the pros for organization. The first point that I want to explain is about the increase the productivity. We know giving workers control over their vacations time can boost their creativity and productivity when they return to the office because they are more likely to be motivated and refreshed. And the last one is cost saving. We know organization may save money by not having to pay out accumulated vacation time when an employee is leaving. So without further ado, we move to the cons for employees and organization. First of all, for the cons for employees is I want to explain about the ambiguity and pressure. We know employees may feel uncertain about how much time off is appropriate to take and may feel pressure to work more to compensate for the lack of clear boundaries. And the second one is about the potential for burnout. Without clear guidelines, employees may struggle to disconnect from work, leading to burnout and decreased productivity in the long run. We move to the organizations. First of all, is about the management challenges. We know managers may struggle with handling, scheduling, conflict, addressing employees' concerns, and ensuring equitable distribution of workload among team members. And the second one is about the communication and implementation. We know organization must effectively communicate the policy and provide guidance to both employees and manager to ensure clarity and consistency in its application.
So for question 11-16, why do you think some companies are moving to unlimited vacation policies? Is it feasible in small companies? Discuss. In the dynamic landscape of modern workplace, the adoption of unlimited vacation policies represents a paradigm shift towards a more progressive and employee-centric approach to time off management. Companies are increasingly recognizing the importance of empowering their workforce, fostering a culture of trust, prioritizing work-life balance as key drivers of organizational success and employee satisfaction. So let's begin with the first one. So the first one is empowerment and autonomy. So unlimited vacation policies provide employees with the freedom and autonomy to make decisions about their time off, fostering a sense of empowerment and ownership over their work schedules. Second one is wellness and morale. By allowing flexible and unlimited time off, companies demonstrate a commitment to the well-being and morale of their employees, leading to increased job satisfaction, engagement, and retention. And the last one is productivity and performance. Contrary to conventional wisdom, studies have shown that employees under unlimited vacation policies often exhibit higher levels of productivity, motivation, and job performance, as they are encouraged to take time off when needed to recharge and rejuvenate. Despite the compelling benefits of unlimited vacation policies, small businesses face unique challenges and considerations when contemplating the adoption of such policies. So the first one is resource allocation. Small companies may encounter resource constraints in managing workload distributions and ensuring operational continuity in the absence of clear guidelines for time off under unlimited vacation policies. The second one is cultural transformation. So, implementing unlimited vacation policies requires a cultural shift towards a more results-oriented and trust-based work environment, necessitating open communication, leadership buy-in, and employee education to navigate the transition effectively. And the last one is legal compliance. Small businesses must navigate complex legal considerations and compliance with requirements related to labor laws, wage regulations, and employee entitlements when implementing unlimited vacation policies to avoid potential risks and liabilities.
Question 11-17. What impact might managers or team leaders have on whether employees actually take advantage of an unlimited vacation policy? So my answer is three answer here. So the first one is managerial influence. Manager play a vital role in encouraging or discouraging the use of unlimited vacation policies. Their attitudes towards time off and their willingness to approve requests and can significantly impact employee behavior. The second one is culture of approval. Creating a culture where taking time off is not just permitted but actively encouraged by leadership is crucial. This includes holding discussion on the importance of breaks and sharing personal experience of rejuvenation during vacation. And the last one is clear guidelines expectation. Setting a clear policies and expectation around unlimited PTO usage in essential. This includes defining the purpose of the policy, outlining the process for requesting and approving time off, and addressing issues like scheduling or workload management.
And for the question 1118, yes, I think there could be generation differences in how employees feel about unlimited vacation policies. And in the next slides, I listed some of the reasons. And in this slides, as you can see, I listed some of the reasons, and I'm gonna pick them out to explain why. First of all, the work ethic and the attitudes towards time off. This is very normal in our daily life. Different generations often have varying perspective on work ethic and work-life balance, right? And for example, the older generations may have been raised in a culture where hard work and long hours were valued, and taking time off was seen as the sign of the laziness or the lack of the dedications. But in contrast, younger generations like us, such as Gen Z or something else, tends to prioritize work-life balance and value time off to pursue personal interests and hobbies. And for the another aspect is that the trust in the workplace. Unlimited vacation policies rely on the foundation of trust between employers and employees. For example, the older generations often may have a more skeptical view of these such policies, fearing that they could be exploited or that employers may abuse the system. But the younger generations, on the other hand, may be more inclined to trust their employers and appreciate the flexibility and ultimately offered by the unlimited vacational policies. And for the career aspirations and stability, this one is very vital. Older generations may have different career aspirations and priority compared to younger generations. Like baby boomer may be more focused on climbing the corporate ladder and achieving traditional markers of the success. But such as the promotions and the salary increased in contrast, younger generation may prioritize the experiences and personal fulfillment over traditional career advancements, making like unlimited vacation policies more appealing as they follow the greater flexibility and work-life integration. Yeah.
So next question, question 1119. How might unlimited vacation affect employee motivation? In answering this question, discuss any relevant motivation theories, early and contemporary, as they relate to this organizational approach. For early motivation theories, there are three theories that I will discuss. The first one is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Unlimited vacation can be addressed several layers in this hierarchy. The first part of hierarchy is physiological, the needs for workers for rest and recovery, and next one is safety, protect workers from overwork. The next one is Herzberg's two-factor theory. There are two factors, motivators and hygiene factors. Hygiene factor, the workers satisfied by getting unlimited vacation so they can practice work-life balance. And for motivators factor, the worker could feel a sense of autonomy and appreciation to boost their satisfaction in their work. So the last one is McGregor's Theory X and Y. Theory X may seem that workers become lazier and need to monitor frequently, and Theory Y views workers as self-motivated and responsible. Unlimited vacation closely with Theory Y because workers is trusted to manage their time and work responsibility effectively. So the next one is contemporary motivation theories. There are two theories, which is goal setting theory and expectancy theory. So for goal setting theory, unlimited vacation may clash with goal setting theory if not managed well. But unlimited vacation also can become great motivators, and this can reduce overwork and burnout among the workers. So last but not least, expectancy theory. Workers will exert high level of efforts if they recognize relationships between performance and rewards especially. Unlimited vacation can become great motivators for workers to perform better and get high rewards such as unlimited vacation. So the workers can apply work-life balance in their work lifestyle. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So this is our references. Thank you very much and goodbye.